can't do bull with this garbage on.
Good, that's good, that's good. Wait, the cheaters are weak. That's good, that's good. I mean, he's been the god solo clutcher so far this season. Going into plan. Yeah, the prediction right now is on Higgs and Buzz, or Yomzo and Josh getting a win here.
This hole, they're gonna back him open. Come.
Good pumps by out. On Higgs. And Higgs with solo clutch win here. Surely this doesn't go to heal off, right? No, he's got pick up delay. He can't pick it up. No, he got pick up delay. Oh no, that's the sorry, Josh. shit, alright, come on. Radio, No, we whiffed the pump. I mean, we had to hit max though. Damn. At least someone's gonna die here. Run some good players though. Let's go for round 3. I'll explain once we get to round 2, bro. Sorry, I explained it 7,000 times. Right now, it's 5 kill win, man. He's just focused on that. Randy's the win. Randy's the win. Oh yeah, I'm assuming teams that are still playing need to win. Right? I mean, if they're playing, they don't have ridiculous amount of kills. I'm guessing they're playing for the win because they're doing it well. Could just be max passion here, but I cannot see anything, bro. Where are they? OG videos though. That's the alive, not too bad. Yeah, it's not worth playing. 4-4-4 with pizza. Like, we got the loadout, bro. If we don't win, it's not because the loadout, that's for sure. Yeah. But just in general, you can just win from it. You're gonna have to play slow for guild. Back here. Play these kids. Anthony Fantano was arguably the biggest music critic on the internet, and critics are known for being quite harsh. So it makes sense that when he gives artists poor reviews and they see that, sometimes it can upset them, which can lead to some problems. So today we are going to look into every rapper who dissed Anthony Fantano, starting off with Logic. Real quick, if you're unfamiliar with Anthony Fantano, he's a music reviewer who's been in the game for like 15 years. He's known for having quite harsh scores and rarely ever giving albums 10 out of 10. He has some of the biggest and some of the most controversial album reviews on YouTube, and is probably one of the most influential people, if not the most influential people when it comes to music YouTube. So it makes sense that a lot of big artists have watched and do watch his reviews. He's interviewed tons of artists like Lil Nas X, Joey Badass, and many more. So it makes sense that a bunch of people see his reviews, and if they're negative, sometimes get upset. Also, you just gotta get out of the way. Classic YouTuber thing. Sorry if I look or sound gross. I'm sick. I know you guys don't care, but let's continue with the video. Throughout Logic's music career, he's put out a ton of albums ranging pretty widely in terms of critical reception. Most of these were reviewed by Fantano and did fairly well, considering how harsh the needle drop ratings can get. Although a couple did poorly, scoring at least a 1 out of 10 or even lower. And Logic, who's very outspoken about his mental health, especially how it's impacting his career, took notice to Fantano's negative rating. It seemed like the two were cool for a while, with the two of them even doing an interview right before Logic's album dropped. And on his album Vinyl Days, Anthony Fantano even did a skit on there. But on the same album, unbeknownst to Anthony, was a song called La Donda, where Logic rapped some pretty intense and weird stuff about Fantano. He said, "Feel it in my bald spot, Anthony Fantano, you plaid shirt wearing motherfucker. I used to hate you because you shit on my music, but now we homies, I take your criticism and use it. I used to fantasize about murdering you, choking you to death and watching from your point of view till we got friendly. He probably could have left that last line out and it would have been fine. He continued on with the Fantano rant a little bit more, but the point he was trying to make was pretty clear. Fantano and most listeners felt very uncomfortable during the weird murder fantasy part of the song, and Fantano even reacted to it.
The word is embarrassed. I feel overemphasized. And what I mean by that is like, there should have been a reason why Logic should hate me in the first place. You know? Because just reviewing albums, you know, you're just one of many guys whose albums I review. And negative. You know? And not every review is negative. But still, they're just a guy who reviews music.
After this, Logic put out his own video posing as Fantano, basically reviewing his reviews. So it's kind of hard to say where they stand after that song, and overall it seems like they're cool. And while Logic's diss was very strange, most people just view Drake's as pretty pathetic. With Drake's long list of projects, he had the history of reviews from Fantano. It's to the point where people have compiled things like a playlist with around 17 Fantano Drake critiques, and even a 20-minute hate compilation.
Oh my god. Hi, everyone. And I was pretty excited for it, honestly, even though much of Drake's solo work as of late has been dreadfully boring.
While there's been plenty of hate throughout the many reviews, there's also been some pretty good and fair ratings. However, everything changed when Fantano put out a video titled Drake Slid Into My DMs.
Nothing way Tano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. As you can tell at the start of this video, I'm pretty excited. Drake sent me a direct message via Instagram.
But the thing is, this DM was not what anyone expected. Fantano was pretty obviously kidding.
Anthony, it's Drizzy. I know we don't really see eye to eye about music and that you are not the biggest fan of most of my albums. Thanks for the kind words on Take Care. And if you're reading this, though, I'm really happy that Drake at least acknowledges the fact that I have enjoyed those albums. But it is what it is, you know. Can always hope you'll like the next one. I'm not messaging you about your videos. I'm actually messaging you because I found a really great vegan cookie recipe I'd love you to try. Drake is sending me a vegan cookie recipe.
For the rest of the video, Fantano breaks down the recipe, at times mocking Drake for misspelling words, and clearly it was not real. After this video was released, Drake went on his IG story and posted what he actually said. Drake said to Fantano, "Your existence is a light one. And the one is because you're alive, and because somehow you wiped a black girl. I'm feeling a light to decent one on your existence." It's really funny that he even used his scaling system, so clearly Drake watches these videos and is familiar. Fantano followed up the next day with a video titled Drake's Situation. He explained his thought process and how he went about the situation.
You can't destroy me with it's really personal in his face and angry, just being kind of gone. I also thought it would be quite trashy of me to, go onto the internet and just say, oh, what Drake, look here it is, Drake's bad. Well, wish the best for you. Wish the best doubly for the Drake fans. Wish the best triply. At this point, we can bury the hatchet, would be open to an interview, or would be totally fine, even with a message back from Drake saying, hey, things are chill.
I am evil Homer.
And for a while,
I am evil Homer. 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 I am evil Homer.
Before that, Lil Xan has been the butt of the joke since he came onto the scene. Lil Xan dropped his first studio album, Total Xanarchy, back in 2018, coming shortly after he blew up off his hit single, Betrayed. While the song did very well, people already started calling him a one-hit wonder. So, to a little surprise of most listeners, his album also kind of sucked. And this was reflected in pretty much every review. And Fantano made sure to let Xan know how bad it was.
this little Xan, Total Xanarchy,
It's not good. They're not even at the halfway point of the year yet, and this is one of the worst things I've heard all year.
He then dug deeper, specifically breaking down exactly why the music sucked, and of course, he didn't hold back.
Lyrics are pretty dumbed down, pretty simplistic, very blunt, very repetitive, but it seems like he pushes even that to a degree where it's basically unbearable.
Funny enough, the only highlights Fantano said he had from this album was the features. At one point, he even went past critiquing the music, instead going after Zan's sad boy persona as a whole.
What is this song about? If I go to where your hometown is, like a bunch of sad white boys with like beanies over their heads and face tats and like really sad, gloomy looks are gonna approach me and just be like, "You're not from around here. Zan's gonna play
Overall, he gave it the relatively rare rating of not good.
This little Zan album, it's not good."
Other reviews of Total Zanarchy stated some similar opinions, saying, all in all, this album is hot garbage that should have never seen the light of day. Escape Room reviews typically attempt to highlight the strongest and weakest tracks from a project. However, it's impossible to distinguish any track from being good. Lyrically, almost every track is repetitive cliches, filled with insufferable references to his women, jewelry, and drugs. So every review clearly had the same type of thoughts, but Zan decided to specifically take aim at Anthony Fantano on the No Jumper podcast. Fantano was brought up on the podcast, and Lil Xan said that he doesn't like him and for some reason even blamed him for X's death and just made a bunch of weird critiques about him.
I think he, with the needle drop, I think he's he knows a lot about alternative rock and all that weird stuff. But when it comes to rap, I think he has no say, because he gave Little Peep like a 1, and then 2 weeks later Little Peep's dead. You know what I mean? So, and Little Peep's a great artist. So the needle drop, I think you have no like way to speak on rap. You can speak on alternative rock, on that weird Japanese shit.
Although even Adam said he likes Zan to be honest about the album since they argued. Of course, Zan argued back with some stats that really don't reflect the album's true quality. While Lil Xan was best to be bad reviews, Fantano, despite being one of the biggest rappers ever, surprisingly snuck in a shot at Fantano as well. Eminem's diss was one of the more subtle ones. The first subliminal possibly could have been on his 2014 song Calm Down, which included the lyric, "King Internet Blog.
This heated vest is a must-have for surviving the winter."
I sit in front of my computer all day and comment on everything. I'm an expert on everything. Everything sucks. Play the next song. Guess if I hopped out your freaking laptop, you idiot prick, with Biggie and kicked the living shit out of you, I'd be dead wrong. No one can be for sure that he was dissing Fantano here, and Fantano wasn't too harsh on Eminem back then. Most reviews were fairly positive by Fantano's standard. This line, though, actually caused a Fantano response with a video titled Eminem Diss Me.
Hey, what do you think I am? Oh, welcome back. It seems right. Nothing.